Hey, what's up everyone? I'm back with another video showing you how to search for the timeless jewels that you need. You can search for these in either Path of Building or at this third-party website that someone was kind enough to make for the community. So I'm gonna walk through how this works using my Spectral Shield Throw build. So we're gonna start by clicking on Find Timeless Jewel at the bottom of Path of Building. The numbers on the jewel determine what the notables give you, and it is not affected by the name. The name only matters if you want a specific keystone. In this case, for me, it doesn't matter what I set this to because I don't care about the keystone and it won't affect my search in any way, so I just left this one as Nasima. Here, you can hover over the jewel socket and see the different places you can place a timeless jewel. I went with Wind Dancer. I have a ton of notables in the area. It did make a lot of sense. Here's where things start to look tricky, but they're really not. So the search for node, this does two things. It adds the desired mod to your search, and whichever node's selected here is what the slider controls. For my SST builds, I do 100% cold damage. So let's take a look for some elemental damage. We got some onslaught. I love onslaught. And some projectile damage. And let's see what that search pops up. So in this search, it looks like I have 2 elementals, an onslaught, and 2 projectile damage. But in this one, there is no onslaught. Now this is where the minimum node weight comes into play. The minimum node weight is good for finding things like onslaught or intimidate, where you want to make sure that the jewel definitely has one of them. As you can see here, when I move this slider, it's still on projectile damage, so it's moving the projectile's minimum node weight, the third number here, up. However, the lowest we can get it is 3. So we can manually enter it here by deleting the 0 and adding the 1 and hitting a search again. Now, every single jewel that pops up will have onslaught on it and whatever else it can get you for damage. You may be thinking, Vel, I don't know everything that I want. How do I get the most DPS? What if I want more life? Well, this has a really awesome feature called fallback weight mode. What this does is automatically generate stat weights based on your current build. This is why I like using the Timeless Jewel Finder in POB, since it can add whatever we forgot to add or what we didn't even know we wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort by total DPS. You can see they have an average hit here. They got dot DPS, a bunch of different things. I'm going to go over to the fallback node section and I'm going to hit generate. As you can see here, the onslaught has this big old 7 beside it, which is telling me it's the highest rated for DPS, and the others offer a ton of search possibility. If you want to guarantee that onslaught is on the jewel, then you'll want to make sure to go back to the desired nodes and have that one right beside it so that it will always show up even if you're using the fallback for searching. So I'm going to take a search right now, and onslaught should be showing up on every single one of these jewels. Now, if you're like, Vel, this is too much stuff. I don't need all this. That's totally fine. You can easily take out the added ailment effect, bring that one up to the top, search again. Now that's gone. Now you can look. We still have the onslaught, projectile damage, crit, physis colds, all the things that we love. Now we want this amazing jewel. We just double click it and it's added into our list of items. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the Timeless Jewel third-party website. So this is a pretty nice tool if you don't have POB near, but it does take more clicks because you have to manually include or exclude what notables you're taking for the builds. And it doesn't have any fallback searches for most of the damage or the health, etc. You can click directly on the jewel socket. And so you're going to do that. We're going to go look for another jewel for my SST. We're going to go hit the Timeless Jewel search, Brutal Restraint. Conquerors, again, as I said earlier, don't matter. So I'm just going to pick the same one. I'm going to select my stats now. The first stat, we're going to go for the elemental damage, just like before. Then we're also going to go for the onslaught next. Probably going to want to put a minimum of 1 on there. And we're going to want to add in the projectile damage. Where is projectile damage? There we go. We're going to deselect all these, hit notables, and then pick whichever notables you actually use. So I don't use this one or any of these. So I'm going to take all of these out because there's no point to have them in there messing with my results. Take out these and this. Now I'm going to search. So here we have onslaughts, a bunch of elemental and projectile damage. And the one nice thing about this website is that you can just click here and it will open up a trade for you. However, you still have to add that jewel manually to your POB, which is another step, but it is a great tool to have nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope it's helped you figure out how to find your timeless jewels. If you have any questions or any comments, definitely leave them below or come into my stream at twitch.tv/Valina. Also, if you like the video, consider subscribing. It's free, it helps out the channel, and I hope to see you guys on League Start.